Hello and welcome to your new United Spa, or maybe new to you. So, what I'm going to be demonstrating today is exactly how you should care for your brand new hot tub and the things that you should do to prevent yourself from getting frustrated with owning a brand new hot tub. So, first and foremost, I want to go over how to fill up the spa. So, when you fill up the spa, you want to put the hose down through the filter area. The reason why we want to do that is so that way we can prevent any airlocks in the plumbing lines. If we set the garden hose at the bottom of the spa and fill it up, it's most likely going to create an air pocket by the motor or the heater, which has the potential of causing a burnout heater and also a lot of frustration with trying to burp the plumbing lines to get the airlock out. So, highly important to set the garden hose down into the filter area. In regards to the filter area, this right here, you give that a quarter of a turn to release that. And then this is going to be the basket where the leaves and debris get collected. You can shake that out. And then here's your filter. You want to hose this filter off once a day for the first 2 to 3 weeks of owning the spa. Once a day for the first 2 to 3 weeks of owning a spa. Highly important. After that, you can go to hosing it off once a week. Then you'll just take it, and once you're done pressure hosing it off, and you will drop it right back into the filter area, put this basket back in, and then give this a quarter lock turn and push down while you're doing it. A lot of customers will say that they feel like some of their jets aren't working. There's a jet not working or two jets not working after they receive the spa. That's because all of our jets have the unique feature of turning the jets up, down, or off individually. So if one's bothering you, turn it down or turn it off. So don't be afraid to give them a turn and adjust the flow or pressure individually. We also have an occasional client that will say that their spa, half of it is not working. Well, a lot of the hot tubs that we offer have this big diverter handle here. And this diverter handle will adjust the pressure from one side of the spa to the other. So essentially, if I'm not sitting over here tonight, and I'm sitting over here, I can turn this valve and double the pressure to this side, or vice versa, and I can double the pressure to that side. So we do get that occasional phone call saying that half my hot tub's not working or half the pressure's not coming on. Well, this valve right here is going to adjust that. So you can take just a little bit of their power, all their power from one side and put it to yours, or in the middle's even Steven. And you'll have to find the happy medium between the middle and you'll see it and feel it as well. In regards to these knobs here, these are air bubble injectors. So these will add a different feel to your back and inject bubbles into the jets themselves, along with the water that's flowing out of each individual jet. Now, in regards to this touchpad, I kind of want to go over exactly how to operate this. It says to set, press and hold for 2 seconds. So that means you press and hold the temperature button, one, two. It'll start flashing once you get it into the programming mode by pressing that, and then you'll go up with the up arrow or down with the down arrow until you get where you want, and then you must press set in order to lock in the temperature that you selected. The jet operation is fairly simple. There's a jet low, jet high, and then you press it again for jets off. Now, not every spa, the jets will turn off if the spa is in the middle of a filtering cycle or in the middle of a heating cycle, or it's just trying to keep up with the temperature that you selected it to go to. So I highly recommend that if you're experiencing the jets not turning off, be patient. They will once the spa is done filtering or heating to its designated temperature. To turn the lights on, you'll press this light button here. If you opted for the LED lighting that goes all the way around, by pressing the light on and off, on and off, on and off, you can change the color to the color you prefer. Or if you want it to go through and change colors on its own, you can turn them on and off until it gets to a lime green color. It's going to be like a yellowish green. And then once it gets to that color, leave it alone. It'll circle through and go through the 6, 7 different color options that it has for the LEDs. If you did not opt for the LEDs, you may want to reach out to our service department and inquire about opting for the LEDs. Highly recommend. Going back over here, I want to discuss the purification system. So if you opted for the purification system, congratulations. That is exactly what you should have done. The purification system will significantly save you time, money, and a lot of headache and effort. So with the purifier, you still will need to use a very mild amount of bromine tablets. So we recommend 3 to 4 bromine tablets in the average size spa, which is approximately 4 to 5 people, every 3 to 4 weeks, or when they completely dissolve. So if the spa has bromine tablets in the dispenser and they're not completely dissolved yet, don't worry about having to add 3 to 4 more. If you are burning through bromine tablets, 3 to 4 tablets in a week, week and a half, 2 weeks, you're burning through them way too quickly. We need to pump the brakes on that, close off the dispenser a little more. Normally, on the bottom of the dispenser, there's an adjustment to where you could open and close the flow of how much water will circulate through the actual dispenser itself. That will need to be closed down a little bit more if you are experiencing going through the tablets too quickly. In regards to where do I put this dispenser, I highly recommend you get a fish line and you tie it around this knob here, and you'll give it about a foot, foot and a half, maybe 2 feet tops of swimming room. You do not want the spa to have the bromine dispenser to have any more swim room than that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to eliminate the hot tub filtration system from bringing getting clogged by that bromine dispenser, because it'll normally float over here because this is where all the water gets sucked in, and then that dissolves the tablets way too quickly. We've also seen customers in the past put their tablets down into the filter basket. This is a big no-no. We do not want to do that. That will make it to where the tablets dissolve way too quickly as well. For those customers that don't understand exactly what I mean by that, it's kind of like putting your bar of soap up on the shelf in your shower when you're done using it, right? Versus putting the bar of soap down at the bottom of the floor where all the water's rushing and it's hitting that. It's going to dissolve that bar of soap much more quickly than ideally we'd want to, right? So the same concept with the bromine tablets. Every single spa will have a drain. So you'll have two different drain options or configurations depending on which spa you got. This spa happens to have the exterior drain on the outside of the cabinet. So in order to drain this hot tub, you will take this cap and you'll pull it out towards you. And I will start untwisting the cap here, and then this is out, but it's not out all the way. You'll notice it's only out like an inch, inch and a half. So in order to continue to pull it out further, you have to twist this and then pull outwards. And now it's out about an inch, or I'm sorry, about 2, 2.5 inches. And this is where you'll connect the garden hose. And once you connect the garden hose, you'll push back in, and then that will activate the flow of the water. So once you're done, you will put the cap back on. This is for when you go to drain it, right? You'll put the cap back on, you'll twist this and push all the way in, and then it'll recess back into the housing. So you want to drain the spa every 6 months to a year. And I highly recommend you replace your filter cartridge that we discussed at the beginning of the video every 6 months as well. It's highly important. We do offer an auto ship program, which is very popular program, and I highly recommend you contact our service department to get on it. With that auto ship program, it takes away all the planning ahead or scheduling of the filter or trying to remember if I changed it or how long ago I changed it. Every 6 months, you can get on a program to where we ship you a filter and it lands on your front doorstep via shipping, right? Normally, the U.S. Postal Service will drop it off on your front doorstep, and then it takes all the worry out of it and the guessing of when's the last time you replaced it. Every 6 months, you can get on auto ship. It'll show up on your front porch. That's when you know it's time to throw away the old one and put in the new one. Let me remind you, for those customers that say that their spa filter lasts longer than 6 months, I want to remind you that you cannot see bacteria with the naked eye. So, of course, it's going to feel like or look like the filter's in good condition. But ultimately, those pores get clogged and there's bacteria on that filter. So, I relate it to customers in this sense. Imagine you go to Target and get a pack of 6 sponges to clean the dishes when you're done eating or whatnot at your house, right? And you're cleaning the dishes in the sink. Imagine you reuse that sponge time and time again for 6 months. There's a reason why it comes in a pack of six. You can't see bacteria, and it would just be gross to continue to wash those dishes with that same sponge. Same concept, but with the hot tub. You can't see bacteria with the naked eye. You can't see all the gunk in the filter with the naked eye, but it's there. So hosing it off will only go so far for so long. Highly recommend you replace the filter every 6 months religiously. In regards to caring for the actual spa itself when you do drain it, I highly recommend you use half water, half vinegar in a squirt bottle. Shake it up, spray it down, wipe the interior out before you refill it. Half water, half white vinegar. Shake up the bottle, spray down the interior, wipe it down with a microfiber cloth, and then you're ready to fill it back up once the spa is completely dry on the interior. In regards to maintenance, I highly recommend that you do a maintenance once every 12 months. This is a tune up and preventative maintenance. So we'll recalibrate the temperature. We'll make sure that the computer system is up to date, kind of like an iPhone, how you do updates on an iPhone. The same thing happens with the newer technology. So I highly recommend that you reach out to our service department at least once a year to get a maintenance done on your hot tub. Highly important to make sure you're staying tuned up and you're not going to have higher service bills in the future by potentially not keeping up on things in advance. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. We're only a phone call away.